The story of an American woman in Afghanistan who faced an unimaginable decision. After the Taliban took over, she could escape, but only if she left behind her mother and siblings. That is, until a group of American strangers banded together, volunteering their time and expertise to get around bureaucratic roadblocks. The woman spoke with senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge on the condition that we protect her identity for safety concerns.
This is my passport. I don't know if you can see it.
When we first met this American mother, we agreed to call her Angela and disguise her voice for security reasons.
We are trapped in Afghanistan. We have been here more than 3.5 months.
She told us she was visiting family when the Taliban took over Afghanistan, forcing her and her U.S.-born child into hiding. As desperation swelled outside the Kabul airport in late August, as the last U.S. military flights left, Angela fought for more than a day to get through the gates until a suicide bomber attacked the crowd.
We have no way out. We don't know what to do.
Angela might not have that much time. Her family might not have that much time.
Army veteran Brian Kinsella first heard about Angela in August while volunteering at this temporary evacuation effort based out of a Washington, D.C. hotel. Since, Kinsella has kept in nearly daily contact.
To hear her family and their kids screaming in the background, it actually gives me strength to try to figure out a way to get Angela out, to get her family out, and use that as a framework to get many more people out.
In late September, Angela said the State Department reached her because they might have a flight.
They have called me. They know where I am. They know my situation. I've explained it to them so many times.
But Angela said the State Department told her they could not help her mother or her siblings get on the flight because they aren't American citizens.
Put yourself in her shoes. And how easy is it to just say, I'm willing to leave because we have a blue passport and you don't?
With Angela's case stalled, Kinsella enlisted the help of a prominent law firm.
We're doing this pro bono. That means that we are giving our time for free to help Angela and her family.
Florianne Laveau and a team of lawyers compiled a 118-page file so that Angela could apply for an emergency entry into the U.S. for the benefit of her Afghan siblings. The process is called humanitarian parole.
Because there is no U.S. consulate in Afghanistan, people who actually apply for humanitarian parole actually have to go to a third country to go to your U.S. consulate in those third countries before they can actually enter the U.S.
As our interview was cut short by the spotty Wi-Fi, Angela said all she had left was hope and faith.
God can hear us. He will support us. He will get us to a safer place.
Recently, the pieces fell into place after another group of volunteers came together and scrambled a flight out of Afghanistan. They flew to a country in the Middle East where her mother and siblings, with their paperwork filed, can now be vetted by the State Department and Homeland Security.
The State Department did not address questions about Angela's case or the policy that divided her family. A spokesperson told us American citizens remain their first priority, and the department is handling their needs on a case-by-case basis. For CBS Saturday Morning, I'm Catherine Herridge in Washington.
I think the amazing thing is there are a lot of people that are working for no money right now to try to help people and working round the clock, and they keep at it, and that's what's so important.
And all's well that ends well in this case, but you don't know how many more cases there are like it or how many there may be in the future.
Thanks to all those volunteers.
Right.